Konami presents a Kojima production with a... did they have that logo? I don't know. Blue Point Games are responsible for this port. Be ready to press start. Like now. Good. We are playing Metal Gear Solid 5... no, Metal Gear 5, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Press start button.
Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
I am very excited for
Press
this.
start button. Before it goes to fucking...
I'm very excited about this game because I know Crab Battle comes from here.
Oh yeah, Crab Battle.
I want to watch Crab Battle. You've been making jokes about it for years. Years, and I am not allowed to fucking see the video. I'm not in on the joke.
Just go straight to new game. Hey, look at that. Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake are options. So, you're not playing the MGS series for the first time. You haven't played MGS 3, so you don't know. Do you like MGS 1 or MGS 2 more?
I like MGS 2 most.
Then go ahead and choose MGS 2. That will affect the game slightly.
The ending was very...
so I would suggest normal.
European extreme. Why is...
Go down and read the description.
Game
ends when being seen by enemy.
Why is this European?
I don't know.
Why isn't this romantic?
Right, exactly.
What is this? It say romantic?
So, for reference, for those who haven't been along, we have on the channel played Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 2, as well as Zone of the Enders 1 and 2. That's what you're going in with for this game, which I might have mentioned before, but this is like the one that is most people's favorite, I think. And if nothing else, it's probably the one that's agreed upon to be like the best.
Of the Solid games.
Of the Solid games.
Because Revengeance.
Revengeance is like its own thing. You either like that style more or you don't.
I've heard it's so dumb it becomes great.
You mean like Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yeah.
And 1?
Well, 1 wasn't that fucking insane.
Maybe. Anyways, we're playing Metal Gear Solid 3, and I am excited for this. I might have let slip that this is a prequel, and you saw 1964 on the select screen on the HD collection. We're playing the HD collection, which means this is a subsistence version.
How prequel is this prequel?
It's 1964.
Is it before first Snake game?
Yes. First Snake game is 1990X.
1990X.
Yes, it's not specified beyond. It's the 90s.
It's in the 90s.
Yes. You can go ahead and just start.
I'm gonna pick normal.
Yeah. That's a sound decision.
Like in combat heavy games, I always pick hard because I think it's more fun. But stealth games?
The world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
The world was split into two, based and cringe. I'm gonna be quoting Maxra a little bit. I'm gonna try not to. Did you recognize the voice?
Oh, Snake.
It did sound a lot like Snake. Why would he be here in the fucking 60s?
I don't know, it's Big Boss.
You think?
Because Snake was a clone of Big Boss.
Sure.
So maybe it is Big Boss before he lost his eye.
David Hayter. Maybe it is Big Boss before he lost his eye. Maybe it's
Come.
But what? Brian Cummings. It's good.
Come. They don't even have the old Foxhound logo. This is...
Big Boss founded Foxhound.
Yeah, they don't have the old Foxhound logo, the cool one. With a goofy fox, cartoon fox.
No, they don't.
That's sad.
Alright, you ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good, we've got high visibility.
Was that Colonel?
Again, this is the 60s.
But Colonel was an AI the whole time.
In Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
He existed in Metal Gear 2 and Solid 1.
Yeah.
Put on your mask.
Hello, sir?
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Panty waste.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
Say put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Check out this. Yeah!
He's doing
This feels like a shot that is made for like a 3D movie to show off the 3D effect. And this game actually did eventually release a port on the Nintendo 3DS.
Pressurization complete.
But the 3DS like came out like 10 years at least after this game. I don't remember when the fucking 3DS came out. I haven't played the 3DS version. I played the demo. Read his helmet. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. It just says it on his helmet.
what?
Yeah.
Why?
There's Norihiko Hibino is actually credited, which is very nice.
External temperature minus.
It's not just Harry Gregson Williams, famous composer of Shrek. And this music does slap.
It does.
Miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill. 1 minute
What do you feel about heights?
to the rear.
Would you jump out of a plane?
One for the
I
history
mean,
books. The world's first
once I'll try it.
Alright. I wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't be too fond. Personally, I am more scared, not when I'm high up, but when like there's a high ceiling in a place. I don't know why.
Oh,
It freaks me
interesting.
out. It makes my brain go wobbly.
Spread your wings and fly.
God be with
I think
you.
the line in Japanese is like, become a bird and fly, which is
I
funny.
wish to.
I wish I were a bird. The world's first
Says
Halo
right on-
jump. Do you know what Halo stands for in this
No.
context? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's high altitude, low orbit.
Huh.
Hideo Kojima.
That's a pretty cool fucking title card, but it was.
Yeah.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No,
What do you mean?
I saw a guy's hair.
Fox unit depends on it.
Okay.
If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous
Why are you pointing and making like a pog face? It's just a guy.
Look at his haircut. He has a snake haircut.
exactly is this
Does he?
That's snake voice.
He does have a snake voice. That is clearly David Hayter. I'm not gonna front.
Soviet scientists requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
So 60s, Soviet. You know about the Cold War, yeah?
Yeah.
Head of the OKB 754
Good.
Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Famous rocket scientist.
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
I hope that doesn't pick up on the recording.
If you're wondering, I raised the volume on our TV a little bit. It should be fine.
Orbit.
I mean, like the bar.
Vostok.
Oh no, that doesn't show up on the recording.
Good.
Most responsive
Is it just recording the game?
cluster.
It's only recording what the PS3 is outputting.
After Gagarin's flight,
After being filtered through an HDMI splitter that removes the fucking protection, the copyright protection filter somehow.
it seems he'd become afraid
What?
of his own creation.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's like what's it called? HDCP.
Crisis of conscience.
You can't like record straight off a PS3,
Not exactly.
but if you run it through that splitter I have,
Taken safely to the west.
you can record it.
Used a mole.
I don't know exactly how it works,
Succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the
but it
Berlin
does.
Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had some.
I like this real world footage.
Yeah, I like when they put real world footage in the.
October 16th, 1960,
Have they done that in every game?
Kennedy received word that the
And every Solid so far.
Yeah.
You can't really do that on MSX.
No.
The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile
Also, fucking JFK's
The
canon.
Soviets didn't back down.
Yes,
Instead,
he is.
in their armed forces,
We're actually gonna learn in this game about the exact moment in time that the Metal Gear timeline splits off from real world.
John fucking Kennedy.
Negotiations were conducted through the UN's emergency
That's not his name.
Why would he be hiding the F then?
the head of the stand.
I stole that joke.
Finally, on October the
I'm sure he did.
Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its
Right.
IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The
They
Jupiter
had,
IRBMs
like the
were
US and
obsolete.
the Soviets,
Gonna get rid of
they each had like a country nearby that they put a lot of missiles on,
all the Russians.
and were like holding guns to each other's heads,
Cover story that was fed to
and everyone was loudly sweating.
So what did the Russians
That's actually pretty scary.
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to
Sokol
get their
loved
hands on
my
Sokolov?
dick. That doesn't
That,
work.
no, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev.
It's not a Metal Gear.
The next day,
You know the first Metal Gear shows up in fucking 1990X.
agents on the eastern side.
Are they gonna have a Metal Gear game without a Metal Gear? Metal Gear.
It might not, strictly speaking, be a Metal Gear. There might be something similar.
Then a month ago, we received
Metal Tool.
of our molds.
Metal Cog.
Sure.
He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under
Who the fuck built the first one? I forget. Was it Madnar? Yes.
completion.
Built the first Metal Gear.
What is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
Arguably.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device.
Great thrust to
For half
send
a year
into
now,
air.
the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is
That's
Sokolov
big.
still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
Yep.
Nice name for a virtuous mission.
What do you mean by that?
In there just recently.
I like versions.
Nice.
Apparently,
I don't know.
they're conducting a
I don't know
field
either.
test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him
There's a
back.
petition on the internet to change the name of the Virgin Islands to Some
This
Islands.
is our last chance.
Because
Sure.
they're not virgin.
Must have known that too when he contacted us.
Islands that totally fuck.
Fucking wrist up islands. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Metal Gear Solids have like great explosive intros of like jumping off a bridge, jumping from a plane, being shot in a torpedo.
Yeah.
It's always great. And this is a new feature. Hold the R1 to look through your eyes. And you can do that, yes. You can also use the stick to look around a bit.
Ooh.
That's gonna show up in a few cutscenes. It's usually a good idea to press the button just to see what it does.
Can you do it in cutscenes?
Yeah, you'll see the little... This is a cutscene. And like in other cutscenes, you'll also see the little R1 show up. And you'll be allowed to look at things.
A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
Right. I don't know if you said the name, but that's known as the Fulton Recovery System.
The Fulton surface-to-air
There we go.
recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy.
It is a real thing, but it's like hardly ever done.
Do you think Sokolov is up to
It's
it?
kinda risky.
He also has the white hair,
Shock
just
will be
like
less
Snake.
than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
Yeah? Just like Snake?
Snake is white hair, he dyes it. So that it doesn't get
I
confused
don't know
with
if he has
liquid.
white hair. But yes, you're right.
Liquid has like Snow White hair.
Is it Snow White? It's like he's blonde. I'll give you that.
It's very blonde. I don't know, maybe it's just like your TV screen.
It could be.
But
Yeah,
if
or maybe
anything
my
goes
eyes, I don't
wrong,
know.
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Like a snake eater. What's up with that look?
Bring me some Lunchables. It's a meme I've seen.
Bring me some calorie mates. You'll understand that later.
Also, why can't they bring back the Metal Gear 2 fucking rations with different ingredients?
Well, you'll discover the food system in this game. It's quite extensive.
I'm gonna make a 4-second video rating all the Metal Gear 2 rations.
Good. Just like the landing on the tanker in 2.
Yeah.
He's doing this all for himself. He's posing and looking cool because it makes him feel good.
Of course. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Look at how fucking dramatic he is.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like Raiden.
It does.
And his name is Jack. Just like Raiden.
Right in these nuts.
So, you are now playing the video game.
Huh.
Yep, you can do that.
What if
You
I
can still-
jump off the cliff?
Hey, move your right
There's a-
stick. Move your right stick a bit. Look at that, you have camera control now.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what game didn't have camera control? The original release of this game. Click the stick, the right stick.
Have they...
Click the right
Have they
stick.
nerfed his ass?
Click the right stick. This is the camera it's shipped with. No camera control. Mostly up from above. The subsistence version that was released later added camera control, and it was made so much better.
So what is the...
You can click the stick anytime to switch camera.
What is the percentage?
That is your camo index. You have camouflage. You're currently wearing a mask, and you have olive drab. So, there you go. You have not a codec, actually, but a radio.
You copy. You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might
No
be
animated
listening in.
portraits this time.
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Naked
You're not to
Snake.
mention your real name.
That's his real code name.
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
Snake eater.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
I don't know if I'd ever order one at a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Ground control,
Oh, Snake.
Major Tom.
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Ooh, that's a line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look at this snake! It is a snake!
It is a sneaky snake.
And he has fucking Dutch face paint.
Dutch?
Dutch from hit movie Predator.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Why did he have that under his fucking mask?
To be ready to be camouflaged when he arrived. So he only wears that mask if you say you like Metal Gear Solid 2. It's kind of neat, I
This
think.
guy's- yeah.
You still have the mask. You can put it on anytime you like.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
And that's just tradition now.
Sneaking.
Get you waiting, huh?
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In
Not
other
Foxhound.
words, weapons
Fox.
and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're
So it's not
completely
it's not
naked
gonna be
just as
Metal
your
Gear, it's
name
gonna be
implies.
Naked Gear.
Great. Now I
No.
see why you asked me.
Why
Or is
would
it
it be
gonna be
naked
gear?
gear?
I don't know.
I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
You see, in the first 4 games we called you Snake.
Subject. How exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Yeah,
Yeah,
action
you can-
button.
I'll be
Action
monitoring
button.
your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
A
If you need to
call,
talk to
capital
me,
letters.
Use the send function.
Send
Okay,
capital.
Snake.
Yes.
Go get your backpack.
So it's your good old 140.85 frequency. Just like Campbell.
Wanna see how much I can get disguised? 80%.
I don't know if I should tell you this yet, but you can wear different camouflage. And that menu would be accessed by your start button.
Huh.
You're, by the way, playing with the... Oh, you don't have that yet. Okay. You are, by the way, playing with the old camera.
I know.
Which... I'm just saying. I believe there's a snake in the grass.
Oh shit. There is a snake.
And there's also the snake that you are. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are.
I should.
There you go. There's the tree.
Stand up, fuck.
Triangle is your action button.
Like always.
Indeed.
I don't have to press anything.
X maybe to... There you go.
Triangle button.
Triangle, okay. I forgot.
Do I still have to press select?
I see
I think
you
so,
retrieved
yes.
your
Because
backpack,
I do
Snake.
it out of reflex.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For
The
other
Enter
equipped
button.
items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
Those lines is gonna be fun to
Survival is
record.
fundamental to this mission.
Like you're talking
After
directly
you've been
about
out
the
in
buttons
field
and
for a
shit.
while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right, it's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
New
Once
feature.
its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
On-site
I have to
procurement.
find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international
Yes.
conventions of warfare.
You are currently committing
Not
a
supposed
war
to be
crime.
American soldiers
I am
in
war
Russia.
criming.
It could spark an international
Yes.
incident. Can't let anyone see you.
I think that's in the Geneva Conventions. You can't
Stealth mission.
have
You're a ghost,
a
Snake.
military
Every
operative
sense of the
in
word.
a country that you're not at war
No
with.
rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
On a mission or just like in
Just have
general?
to take care of myself.
You can't
I'm afraid so.
do military
Death
actions.
pill for
against a country you're not at war with
Soldiers on covert ops like this one,
without like declaring war.
potassium cyanide
Yeah,
capsules. Tape it to your
something
body
like
so you
that.
can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
So like if someone says you can send your soldiers here and we'll like cooperate, that's a different thing.
Yeah. Or if a soldier goes on vacation.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he's on vacation, he's not there in a official
You
capacity
mean that thing they put in my tooth before the
and
mission?
presumably not
That's
armed.
the one, but be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo.
So you have
mission,
a
right?
fake death pill.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Of course there is.
I'll introduce them to you.
Any recurring
This time,
characters?
Survival is of utmost.
From previous games?
The first member of the
I
support team will
think
be in
maybe
charge of
one.
monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic,
Maybe
so to
one?
speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox.
I mean,
as
this
well,
is
and she's
a
here on the
shit ton
gunship
of time ago.
She,
It is quite a long time.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
Oh, come on.
What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
I know her name.
My
Haha.
frequency is 145.73.
That I think is a new
Also in
frequency.
charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save,
John
send
and
a
Jane
message
Doe
over
are
reserved
medical
save
terms,
frequency.
I believe.
Yes,
140
For
unidentified.
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
Saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss.
Why are you
who started the
pogging?
authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's
Legendary
advisor.
soldier, the boss.
Boss is-
The boss.
She also helped me plan
She
this mission.
will be serving
She and I
here.
were at SAS together.
Yes, you're making a lot of faces. We don't have a face cam, you know that, right?
I know.
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Small boss.
Small boss.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
Jesus.
You've lost
My
weight?
man is down
You can
bad.
tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can.
Snake is like, mommy? Sorry, I mean mommy, sorry.
Well, I don't know
Yep.
anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission.
I was doing
You don't
spy
need
shit.
me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal
We have barely
feelings
started
about
this
your
game,
comrades is one of the
and we're
worst
already
sins
starting
you
to
can
talk
do.
about the philosophies
Politics is
of
something you
war.
face on the battlefield. And politics are a
Yep.
living thing.
Good old Metal Gear.
Change
Good
all the
old
time.
Metal Gear.
Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not
Based.
the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who
I don't know if
make
that's like a good thing.
Then who does?
the times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies
There's
we
a lot of
fight
truth
are
to
only
that.
enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right.
The mission.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
Fucking no one calls
The legendary unit that
Jack
lost
his
together
code
during
name
World War
ever
II was a snake.
No.
The
in
Cobra
any
Unit,
game.
Nope.
of heroes that brought the war to an end. and
Cobra
saved the world.
unit.
Fucking women, man.
Hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Fucking the boss is
I
not
can't think
Rose.
of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC.
QC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years.
Of
I'm probably
course.
pretty rusty.
Of course he repeats it.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
You're good at stealth, right?
I mean, have you seen me play?
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC. That's a memed line.
Is it ever like replaced with something?
No, it's just like try to remember the basics of CQC is something people say all the time.
Why?
This is fun. So you have notice how it says CQC down in the corner. You're gonna get it explained, but it's gonna be a mess. Basically, you have your good old melee. You can circle to punch people, but you can also do a bunch of other shit with the circle now. For instance, holding it with neutral stick grabs an enemy, and holding it with while pushing the stick in a direction throws the enemy and knocks them out. Once you're holding an enemy, you can also do a bunch of shit, but I can barely remember.
Shit.
CQC is complicated, but not as complicated as some people say. So if you're crawling in the grass like the snake you are, you get currently 80% camo. You might want to check out your backpack, by the way.
Is it possible to get 100?
No, but you can get like 95. So now you have camouflage. You can look at your uniforms. Here it will say if the camo gets... Yeah, you can take off your uniform.
Oh, Leaf gets +2.
Yes, +5 in this environment.
+5.
The camo is does depend on the environment you're in, and it's quite a elaborate system. But usually you can just go in to the menu and look at... Yeah.
Still has pants on, what the fuck?
Nudistu beachy. You can usually just go into the camouflage menu. You have face paints as well.
Ooh.
So, for instance, you can do blackface. There we go. Snake is doing blackface.
For,
You can just put on the fucking mask if you want.
yeah. Splitter, that's
Yeah.
no
No paint is no paint, and woodland is pretty good. So you're currently at 90%. It's gonna be very hard for enemies to spot you. You don't have a soliton radar, because this is a long time ago.
40% when I'm running.
That's pretty good. So you're sinking in this. It will absolutely kill you if you don't get out of it fast enough. Look, it's a crocodile.
This motherfucking crocodile.
Yeah, you can shoot it. Now it's asleep.
Stab it. No, just fucker, how do I stab it?
With your knife.
How?
You switch to your knife and you stab it. You switch to your knife.
How?
Like you always do in Metal Gear. There you go.
Knife?
Knife. Why do you fight this alligator? It's not even... You can just walk around it.
You wanna get meat?
You'll... Yeah, you're not the only one using camouflage. You'll get meat. You have a directional mic. I might as well say this immediately, but we're not gonna see every cool secret little thing, like we didn't see every cool secret little thing in 2. I did forget some things. For instance, you can use the directional mic when you're protecting Emma with a sniper rifle, and you can hear her say some stuff about Raiden. You can also hear her talking to Johnny, which is where we hear Johnny's name. You remember Johnny, right? He's the guy who shits his ass every game.
Is Johnny in this game?
Johnny's a genome soldier from Shadow Moses. He cannot possibly be in this game.
Is Johnny's grandpa in this game also violent?
Johnny's grandpa might be violently shitting himself in this game.
Good. Is someone who violent shitting in every Metal Gear?
Maybe.
With a directional mic, that is.
Not always with a directional mic.
Without?
Hey, you can press the R1 to look at things. You can't just drop your goddamn controller.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
Fucking KGB.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. Can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success...
By the way, you're in
depends
Siberia.
on how well you use your camouflage.
In the jungles of Siberia.
Change your camouflage by selecting
Yeah.
camouflage from the survival viewer.
Say things, don't make weird faces. We don't have a face cam. God damn it.
There aren't jungles in Siberia, are there?
No,
Siberia is fucking wasteland. Icy
there's
wasteland,
no
right?
fucking jungles here.
It's fucking Sweden.
It's basically a
It's
very
basi-
large Sweden
It's basically
with tigers.
and sadder.
If you just stand up and
Something
run
like that.
around like an idiot, you're
Hey, if you
bound
just
to
stand up and run like an idiot, you'll be spotted.
Instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at
Yeah,
the
she's
camo
explaining what I explained before.
The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa.
So instead of having like a vision cone with a certain limit,
One with nature.
how far away enemies can spot you is decided by your camouflage index. And if it's really high, you can get really close without being seen.
If it's so, is it possible to get 100%?
I don't think it's possible. Hey, if you run around, you'll be spotted. Like an idiot.
I don't have a fucking... goddamn...
Hey, have a look in your backpack real quick. I want to check something. Do you have the stuff? You have a lot of stuff.
Binocular, cigar.
If you
fake
press
death
X
pill,
on
all
this, you can choose which things to equip. You can use...
sonar. I want sonar.
You have an active sonar. These things use batteries in this game. The batteries will recharge while not in use, but you do have a limit to how much you can use these. Also, the active sonar will make like a beep noise that will give your position away if you use it too close. I don't remember if the motion sensor does that, but you can equip these both. Oh, they are equipped. Okay. Very good then. The anti-personnel sensor is much like in MGS2. It will buzz your controller if someone is nearby. You can look at your weapons too, but I don't think you have much right now. Yeah, no.
Do you have any food?
No, you haven't caught anything. You do have a calorie mate though. This is a product. This is a product placement. Yes. As you eat things, Snake will comment on whether they taste good or not. You can also call paramedic before you eat something. If you kill an animal and pick it up, you can call the paramedic and she'll have something to say about it. There's actually an absurd amount of dialogue about the fucking animals in the jungle.
Huh.
You know what? We might... hey, don't leave the menu. I think this is a pretty good place to start to end this first episode. Virtue's mission is a go. And we'll be back on the next one.